Welcome back, Comporium ears. This is Jamie's Doll Connoisseur Comporium, and you're watching The Jamie Doll Show. Hey there, Comporium ears. Jamie Doll here, and welcome back to Blog with Doll. Today I have a treat for you. It's a little bit of a history lesson, but also a feature of my favorite doll, Cleo De Nile. So if you bear with me, I have a few informational pieces to share and also some personal things that I'm concerned about. And we're going to do something a little creative with Cleo De Nile, and I will show you what I mean. So just stay tuned, and thanks for watching Blog with Doll. Okay, so welcome back. The way I have the camera positioned, I want you to see the two different Cleo De Niles that I have standing on the table. The one in the packaging is a music class version of Cleo De Nile, and she has this beautiful harp that she will be playing. Interesting enough, Egyptians used to play the harp, but I'm gonna let a fellow YouTuber that I found some magnificent harp music explain a little bit of this for me. I'm going to read from his page and also do a little bit of research and share some things that I found out about Egyptians and harps. And then additionally, I'm going to play his beautiful music in the background. If you are interested in purchasing and or hearing or checking out his website, please do. All details are listed below. Meanwhile, I want to give a big shout out to him, and his name is Michael Levy. Fantastic artist, and thank you for doing what you did, because you were the perfect feature for what I'm doing in this episode. So stay tuned, and I will show you what I plan to do with these two dolls. Okay, thanks. Okay, at this moment I'm going to actually read from Michael Levy's website and just give you an idea of what you're going to hear. The video features 3 clips from his album, The Ancient Egyptian Harp, and it is out now on iTunes, and I have the link that I will provide in my video below for his site, as well as that iTunes link. He says the album features an archaic skin membrane arc harp with natural fiber strings, almost identical to the ornate arc harps of the New Kingdom of ancient Egypt some 3,500 years ago. The unique little EP album includes an improvisation on an ancient Egyptian scale, and that would be track 1, Ancient Harps of Kemet, and his arrangement of Egyptian folk music, which is track 4, My Heart Was Burnt by Love, and original compositions for our archaic arced harp, including all of the Aten, which is track 5. The physical CD of the Ancient Egyptian Harp is available from Reverb Nation, and I will provide again his link in my page below. For all details, you can even visit this site, www.ancientlyre.com. And he of course says many thanks for watching. So I'm going to have a link to his YouTube, his music, Reverb Nation, as well as iTunes, all on my video below, because after all, none of this is my art. I just found him and it was perfect for what I'm trying to feature about my favorite dolls from Monster High, which happens to be Cleo De Nile. So with no further ado, the music you hear in the background belongs to Michael Levy. Once again, Michael Levy, thank you. Shout out, okay? Okay guys, welcome back. What you're looking at would be Cleo De Nile. I have Cleo in the packaging, which I'm going to open up in just a bit. And what you should know is I'm going to do a body swap, because if you look closely at her arms, let me see if I can zoom in for you here. The beautiful wrapping that came with the reboot version of Monster High provided this great detail of mummy wrap on her arm and also on her leg as it goes down, but of course her beautiful outfit's going to cover that. Problem is, she's supposed to play the harp, but her arms don't bend, so I'm going to fix that by doing a body swap with Skull Shore's Cleo De Nile here, which was a single version I got back in the very beginning, and that should help a lot with what we're trying to do for an upcoming episode where she needs to play this harp. Okay, so stay tuned. Please note that Mattel created a harp for fun. It doubles as a pick and is a toy. However, it does resemble a single action pedal harp, also more commonly known today as a modern concert harp. The harp is different from the other stringed instruments. It's tall, about 6 feet, shaped a little like the number 7, and has 47 strings of varying lengths, which are tuned to the notes of the white keys of a piano. There are usually 1 or 2 harps in the orchestra, and they play both melody and harmony. The following picture shows a modern-day harp, and here are many of the parts. Tuning pins, harmonic curve, the eyes, soundboard, string rib, sound holes in back of nylon strong and back and front on the metal strong, the sound box which has sides and back, the bass, the pillar, strings, crosspiece, sharpening levers not on metal strung harps, and bridge pins which are also not on metal strung harps. Alright guys, welcome back. So here are the details I was talking about. On your left is Music Class Cleo. Look at the beautiful wrapping on her arm and her leg. I'm having second thoughts about body swapping her. Uh-oh, she slid down on her own. But if you take a look at the original Cleo De Nile body, it's also nice, but there's something really cool about the details that they added to Music Cleo. Man, I'm really upset that she's not completely articulated. We may just have to see how she looks when I lay her next to her harp. Speaking of harp, the set comes with a really cute stool and the pick. Harp, which doubles as a pick. Check that out. Look at that top piece. It comes out. I don't knock the whole thing down. And this part can allow you to comb your hair. Oh man, that feels good. But anyway, look how pretty that is. Isn't it pretty? And it goes right back here. You clip it into the top like that. If you want to see a really nice review video on this Cleo, all her details, the dress, all the other things that come with her, check out MyFroggyStuff, which is why I was compelled to buy this actual doll. Her review was so wonderful that it made me go right to Amazon and buy it immediately. So yeah, check out that review if you want to see a point-by-point review of the doll. One other thing I'm going to say, I'm not crazy about the motion in the neck because her head doesn't swivel as well as the original dolls. I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me sit her down for a minute. She does have really strong joints, so that's the good news. You get the camera focus here. Okay, on the original Cleo, let me take her off the stand. The head swivels really easily. I mean, you can do all kind of ranges of motion. So I'm kind of thinking I might do the body swap after all because I want her to be able to move. But this is going to look so much better on this Cleo than it does on this one because of those bandages. Actually, the arms are a little thicker too if you look closely. Anyway, moving on, let's see what we end up doing. I'm going to try the body swap, see what it looks like, and then we'll move forward. But I want to give you a little history in the meanwhile while I switch the doll bodies, okay? So stay tuned. Did you know the first great culture to infuse its entire society with the magic of music and dance was that of ancient Egypt? The ancient Egyptians enjoyed life to its fullest, and no celebration in ancient Egypt would have been complete without music and dancing. At parties, singers and dancers performed to the music of harps, lutes, drums, flutes, cymbals, clappers, and tambourines. During festivals, crowds chanted and clapped, carried along by the vibrant rhythm of Egyptian orchestras, while dancers performed amazing feats, leaping, twirling, and bending their bodies in time with the music. It's notable to say the earliest harps and lyres were found in Sumer at 3500 BC, and several harps were found in burial pits and royal tombs in Ur. Having said that, the oldest depictions of harps without a four-pillar can be seen adjacent to the Near East in the wall paintings of ancient Egyptian tombs in the Nile Valley, which date from as early as 3000 BC. These murals show an instrument that closely resembled the hunter's bow without the pillar that we find in modern harps. Guys, welcome back. I encountered a small surprise when I took off the heads of the bodies. What I didn't expect to see, this part fine, of course the heads are more or less the same. You even almost have similar eye makeup. Of course, this is where you can really see the difference between the reboot and the original. Original Cleo kind of had the side eyes, whereas new Cleo looks definitely a little bit more American, I would say, less Egyptian, but you know, still beautiful. Art is art, right? But that's not what I want to tell you. Take a look at the doll bodies. I did not expect to run into this neck bone, if you will. Look at this. And also the ornate beauty of the wrapping on the body. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. I really like the detail of the mummy wrap. So much so, it even goes all the way up to the neck. I didn't know that. Her clothes covered all that. So the original body, while the right color and everything, misses those details. Man, I'm questioning my body swap. But those arms aren't going to be able to reach that harp. Not the way I want them to. She cannot strum the teeth or the strings, if you will. It's supposed to be strings, but these look like teeth. You get my point. So I just wanted to bring that up. I'm going to go ahead and complete the swap so we can see what it looks like in total, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Look at that. Nice and smooth body. Very mummified body. That's kind of cool, Monster High. Alright, I'll be back. Guys, I am back in a couple of really wow moments. So first we're going to look at Skull Shore's Cleo. Take a look at how beautiful she looks in the bathing suit now that she's got the reboot body. This looks good with the bathing suit. Look at how her wrapping sticks out against the bathing suit. Now that's detail. I love this body on this doll. Especially that she's really just posing. Not a lot of clothes going on here. It's kind of skimpy actually, but looks good because she's modeling a body swimsuit on her body. And then that brings us to the reason I did the body swap in the first place. So everything fits. I must say it's clear that the arms are a lot thinner than the reboot because her hand wrap, which is supposed to connect directly on her arm and go up, is a little loose. So that's a minus. Also, it appears as though the bodice isn't quite as tight going around, but otherwise everything else fit pretty good. And the good news is now her hands can actually touch the harp. Now, on second thoughts, the thing that we need to notice is because of the way the harp is made. Let me scoot it out so you can take a look at it. Because it's got this really thick base, which by the way, I love the detail on this thing. Let's zoom in a little bit. Can you see that? Look at the detail on this. Man, that's pretty. Well, because of the detail and the base of the harp, we can't really get it in between her feet so that she can straddle it. Therefore, her arms can't really get close to it regardless. So, it just makes me question if the body swap is necessary for the purpose that I intended to use it for, because she looks banging with this body and this bathing suit. So that alone makes me want to leave it this way because she just looks great. However, the function that I wanted to receive by doing the body swap doesn't really make a difference with the doll this way. So I'm gonna try a couple other positions and we'll see. Okay guys, while model Cleo just stands here, I was able to get Cleo to straddle the harp. Man, this should make for a great episode. I hope you'll stay tuned to see. And that's it for this comparison video. I just wanted to show you what a body swap looked like from a 2000 version of, to be exact, I don't know what year she came out. Let's take a look. This doll came out, can we zoom in there? Let's see. This is a 2008 version of Cleo De Nile. Sorry about that, honey. Didn't mean to jack you up. And let me take a look at, obviously we know she's a 2016-17 version. Yes, we're talking about you, Cleo. Turn your head and look. I am trying to play the harp here. I don't have time for these shenanigans, okay? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this version of Vlog with Doll. It's always a pleasure to bring you any little projects that I do where I'm doing body swaps or looking at a doll or trying to understand Monster High's reason for going into the doll the way they did. Why'd they pair up Cleo with a harp? You know it's always got to be a reason. Things aren't just haphazard, even though they kind of look that way. So I hope you enjoy. I love Cleo De Nile, and I love what I learned about ancient Egypt. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all again later. Thanks again. Bye, Comporium ears.